Topic 8, Sustainability, Lesson 4, Sustainable Innovation. Sustainable innovation facilitates the diffusion of sustainable products and solutions into the marketplace. Sustainable innovation yields both bottom line and top line returns as developing products, services, and systems that are environmentally friendly, lower costs through reducing the resources required. They should be able to work within compliance with government legislation and should be viewed as an opportunity for sustainable innovation. So we got our buddy Elon right there. Just for kicks, in 2015, when I first put Elon on here, he was worth about 13 billion. In 2019, he was worth 23 billion. So he's going in the right direction. Anyways, I put Elon on there because Elon has multiple companies, and just lists SolarCity and Tesla, but obviously SpaceX and others. And sustainability is a huge part of Elon's companies and the vision that they have. International mindedness. The internal policies of particular governments have international implications. Okay, in this case, I just threw some currency devaluation on here because when we work with different countries, one of the things you've probably heard over the years is that a lot of American manufacturing has moved over to Asia, specifically China. The reason that happens is they pay their workers a whole lot less than we pay our workers, because we're a wealthier country and the average American is making a higher salary. So it is cheaper to have products made there. Now you would assume over time they will accrue wealth in China and that you'll see an increase this. Well, what China does, and we do it also, and a lot of countries are doing this now, we intentionally devalue our money. And what that does is it makes everything cheaper here. Now, it's not good for you and me because if you have $100 in the bank, a year down the road, it's not worth $100 more. That $100 is now equivalent to what was maybe $98, $97. So as you devalue money, you're increasing inflation. But that would be an example of international challenges. TOK. To what extent should environmental concerns limit our pursuit of knowledge? Yikes. Look out, Mr. Snail. Aim 1. As energy security becomes an ever more important issue for all countries, designers, engineers, and inventors need to develop new ways to efficiently generate energy. If you guys remember back to freshman year, we did an energy project. We called it 21st Century Energy Technologies. And most of the groups were focused on energy technologies that were not the main ways that we produce electricity right now. Sustainable innovation relies on a cooperation between government and manufacturing. This approach is based on a socio-technical systems intervention. Okay? Does the government and manufacturing historically work really well together? Not necessarily. A lot of times, the government is a pain in the butt. So the picture on the left shows you red tape and trying to work within all the red tape of the bureaucracy. The picture on the right says less bureaucracy, better services for citizens and company, and look at how happy she is. Sustainable innovation, huge timescales. Sustainability is difficult to maintain as conditions, criteria can change significantly. A lengthy period of economic downturn would be an example of when these would change. A hugely complex concept that requires a long time for implementation, typically 20 to 40 years, depending on the nature of the innovation. Energy demand is rarely constant. puts a responsibility on those that generate and manage the flow of energy to understand when peaks and troughs of energy use occur. Now, I will say it may not be constant, but it is consistent. So what we're seeing down on the bottom right in that image, that is the average daily consumption in kilowatt hours for, I believe, the city of Boulder for electricity. And the good thing about that is we can predict how much electricity we're going to need pretty much every hour of the day, 7 days a week. Obviously, it changes with the seasons as the temperatures change and the daylight changes. But we have a good enough idea that we can produce very close to what the population actually needs.